Good morning, Tampa Bay. Waking up to a very mild start across much of the region, especially in our metro Tampa area. However, there are just some of the tiniest little sprinkles trying to fire up here on this Sunday morning, mainly along the Nature Coast. If we see any rain chances, I think they would happen during the morning hours for our coastal counties, but wait until we get to the afternoon. That potential shifts a little further east. I'll walk you through the hour-by-hour breakdown and help you make those Sunday fun day plans coming up.
Virginia Beach Strong, a community now coming together to honor 12 people shot and killed by a former co-worker. This morning, the message from the parents of the gunman. Plus, if you've got $1 and a dream, or well, $2 now, you still have a shot at winning it big. We'll show you the new near record high Mega Millions jackpot and when the next drawing is. Plus, we are taking you to a neighborhood proving that even the bumpiest roads can pave the way to one very bright journey. What are those?
Oh, I'm looking forward to this. This sounds cool.
It is Sunday, June 2nd, 2019. You are up on the bright side. We thank you so much for starting your day off with us. I'm Josh Sidorowicz.
And I'm meteorologist Natalie Ferrari.
And already a gorgeous day. Sun is up.
Yep.
Still a little humid.
Yep.
But, slight rain chance depending where you're at today.
And my job's been super easy this
all right.
week.
And see you later.
I actually got just kidding. Got to talk about the radar. Yesterday, I got so excited because there was finally some rain chances to talk about in Citrus County. That was probably one of the lone counties that had like a downpour in the morning, pulled in the afternoon. Right. And I think we're going to actually.
I know, Natalie finally had something to do over the weather center.
I was like, radar, this thing still works. Cool. And that's something we'll be watching really over the next couple of days. We're some better rain chances next week. That's all coming up.
All right, 8:02 on your Sunday. We want to make the most of the time that we've got with you here this morning. So let's get you in the know. We will start with this. The scene in Virginia Beach where they've been placing flowers, candles, notes at the municipal building where 12 people were killed Friday. Across the city, hundreds have turned out for several vigils that were held overnight with sermons and prayer showing that they remain Virginia Beach strong.
I think that's the only way you really get through something like this is by coming together and by opening up your doors and letting people know that they're not alone.
The city will hold another tribute for the victims this Thursday. The gunman was killed in a shootout with police, and in a note posted to their front door, the gunman's parents say they too are grieving the loss of a loved one, but they believe the focus should be on the victims. Investigators have not yet pinpointed a motive. Well, he was just feet from the finish line when witnesses say a 26-year-old man collapsed and he died at this 20K race in Iowa yesterday afternoon. It is still not clear just what exactly happened or why he ultimately collapsed. But the event organizer did release a statement saying that, quote, "We are heartbroken about the loss of this fellow athlete. Our heartfelt condolences are with the athlete's family and his friends." Well, cleanup continues in Oklahoma now that floodwaters have finally receded, but boy, what a mess it has left behind. Currents, they swept through homes and yards, and they didn't just ruin the carpeting and the hardwood flooring here. No, in some cases, water was pushing items, furniture clear across the room. As families continue to clean up, they do say that the support that they're receiving from around them has just been overwhelming.
It's stinky, it's yucky, but I mean, we have friends and family that are helping us, so it's just a blessing.
We have amazing neighbors. I mean, I think this whole community has come together very well, but Oklahoma always comes together in a crisis.
And no doubt, you look at all of that damage, it's likely going to take several months to clean up and start rebuilding. He was one of the last two remaining members of the St. Pete Courageous 12. Retired St. Pete police officer Freddie Crawford is now laid to rest. His funeral was held yesterday. Crawford, of course, credited for leading the way, suing the city of St. Petersburg's police department in 1965 for the right for black officers to be promoted and to be able to patrol white neighborhoods and make arrests of white people. They were not allowed to do that before this. The group ultimately won their case, paving the way for other officers of color to move up in the ranks, not just in St. Pete, but across the country.
He ran the risk of having to lose his job or being fired over doing what was right for the larger population, and it takes a special person to do that.
Well, retired St. Petersburg Police Chief Goliath Davis is calling for the completion of a memorial dedicated to the Courageous 12 to be placed in the city's new police headquarters building on 1st Avenue North. If you are feeling lucky, hey, listen up, because coming up this Tuesday, you've got another shot to strike it rich. No one picked up the winning ticket in Friday night's Mega Millions drawing, which means the jackpot now up to a pretty nice $475 million, making it the 7th largest jackpot in Mega Millions history. You can watch the drawing live as always Tuesday night at 11 p.m. right before Nightside right here on 10 News. All right, we've been saying it all week. We said it yesterday. We'll say it again this morning. But now that we are officially into hurricane season, it is so important. Start preparing now if you haven't already started. Whether you lived here through several storms, whether this is your first season here with us, 10 News has got you covered. Let's go out to Brightside reporter Jenny Dean live in St. Pete, where they're helping you get prepared from knowing your zone to what you can bring into these evacuation centers. All of it's so important, Jen.
Yeah, Josh.
Boy, yeah, check everything off the to-do list this afternoon. And, you know, so important, too, Jenny, not just us preparing, but seeing with all that big equipment behind you that the counties where we live are preparing as well. All right, we will look forward to that next half hour when we see you again. Thanks so much, Jen. And a reminder, too, that now through Thursday, you can get what you need tax-free during this year's Disaster Preparedness Sales Tax Holiday. So we're talking things like flashlights, lanterns. You can get those tax-free under $20, and then larger things, radios, coolers, batteries, all the way up to generators can be bought tax-free for under $750. 10 News, as we've been saying, is your hurricane headquarters. Counties all over the Bay Area, they're holding hurricane prep events like the one you're seeing here in Pinellas this weekend. We've got that entire list posted right now to WTSP.com. Happening today, you can help the family of the young boy who was tragically killed nearly 2 weeks ago in Sarasota. 9-year-old Roman Miller was hit by a truck while he was riding his bike to school, Brentwood Elementary. Well, today, Big Top Brewing Company is holding a fundraiser for his family to help with all of the costs associated with all of this. That runs today from 5 in the evening until 10 o'clock tonight. New this morning, the State Department is now requiring nearly every person applying for a U.S. visa to submit their social media accounts. This is an expansion of the Trump administration's enhanced screening of potential immigrants and visitors. This change, which was proposed actually in March of last year, is expected to impact about 15 million foreigners who apply for visas to enter the U.S. each year.
All right, Josh, if you've ever driven over a big pothole.
I'm from Michigan, so yes.
There you go. You know just how rough and bumpy the ride can get. Well, in New Orleans, someone found a way to make the rough patches a little bit brighter.
So funny.
Some potholes are now being filled with colorful pom-poms, Mardi Gras beads, and even some socks. One became a parking spot for a Homer Simpson doll in a Barbie car.
What?
You can say that was being artistic or creative.
Anything we can do to, to add some life and color and happiness to the neighborhood is great.
Well.
Definitely art.
Wow.
It's clear these neighbors don't mind making light of the situation, which is
I don't think it's very effective.
As a pump, doesn't your tire, which weighs a lot, just sink
I think it would just sink it down. It's cute, but also kind of a sad commentary on the funding of our public infrastructure, if you really want to go there.
There's also
that.
The whole littering aspect of it.
Well, that's true. Yeah, you don't.
Make sure we don't let those, when it rains, those little bad boys are going to
wash right away
down the street.
Yeah.
Into the bay there.
Let's just get those potholes actually filled with some asphalt.
Yeah.
How about that?
All right. That's a good idea. I like that.
Hey, beachgoers, they were left stunned after a gator found looking for some surf.
No.
What the Florida? Oh boy, once again, it is time for the stories, the pride and joy of the Sunshine State. Really. And this is a story that only in Florida you will see a sight so strange.
Well, of course.
Oh, it's my read stuff. I'm sorry. A woman in Palmetto, she spotted this. Look at that. That is a white raccoon outside of her home. Now, some sources say odds are you'll get hit by lightning before seeing one of these, but others say, you know what, they're actually not that rare at all.
I had no idea that
I've never seen a white raccoon before.
Well, we are now.
Only in Florida.
Only in Florida, guys.
Ah, all right.
Well, Florida's most famous reptile is at it again. This is Josh's favorite, of course. Officials with the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission removed a 3-foot alligator from Jacksonville Beach yesterday. It was relocated to a safe spot. The FWC says that while it is uncommon to find a gator at the beach, it's not completely unheard of.
I say this is the first time I've seen it like this. Wow.
Well, you know, if they typically those little bodies of water not too far, you know, the creeks or those lakes.
Sure.
Sometimes they're just not that far. If he just meanders his way overnight across the road,
they're still looking for love to get to the other side.
Still looking for love.
Still looking for love. All right. Well, hey, if you're not looking for love, maybe you're looking for a different place to eat. We're going to take you to a spot offering up some unique dishes with European flavors. That's food for thought.
But I love food.
All right, well, it is the newest restaurant to open at Armature Works in Tampa, and it is called Oak and Ola. 10 News resident foodie Candace Avila says she challenges you to find another restaurant in the Bay Area with a similar menu. And with an award-winning chef in the kitchen, it is definitely some food for thought.
I live to eat.
I can live by that motto, right? Candace gets all the best assignments. All right. When you cook, food that good, though, with a motto like that, I mean, I guess I would too. So Oak and Ola, it just started offering brunch as well. If you're interested, hello, Sunday Fun Day. Prices range from probably about $20 per person, Candace says. All right. Time now is 8:26. Time once again to go out to Jenny Dean live in St. Pete with what she's working on for our next half hour.
All right, I want you to take a look at this space. If you had to evacuate to a shelter, you would have about 10 to 15 square feet of space to stay in. And this is just some of the visuals that they want to be able to give you at this free Pinellas County Hurricane event at the Lellman Center. I'll tell you all about it coming up in just a few minutes.
Feels like there's a hole, like someone's made a hole in the community.
Broken but strong. People in Virginia Beach are coming together to remember the 12 people killed in a mass shooting there. Plus, you thought the love bugs were bad, but mosquitoes back with a vengeance here lately. And this morning, we're going to show you the natural remedy that you could use to prevent those pesky pests. Plus, it's a scary thought. You discover someone's been in your house while you were out, but this man says he came home to confusion and a cleaner house.
Oh man, my OCD would be so relieved if that happened.
Yeah, something fishy about that story. I'm not quite buying what he's selling. All right, it is June 2nd. I was going to say it was Monday. It's Sunday, June 2nd, 2019. You've got a whole day still to enjoy. You are up here on the bright side. We thank you so much for starting your Sunday off with us. I'm Josh Sidorowitz.
And I'm meteorologist Natalie Ferrari. I have to say Sunday Fun Day at least one more time. We can't be going to Monday yet.
I know. I'm sorry. I got way ahead. We still got brunch plans. We've got beach plans, pool plans.
I stay by the pool.
Yes.
Lots of sunscreen and bug spray. I already got eaten alive yesterday.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Our evening walk was pretty similar.
I thought napping by the pool was going to be a great idea. And I'm like, why am I
so she wakes up one giant bug bite.
It wouldn't be the first time for sure. Hey, if you get ready to head out and about pretty soon, though, I want to give you a heads up as far as what you're going to have bigger changes by the end of it. That's coming up in just a bit.
Well, this morning, investigators, they have yet to pinpoint just why a longtime employee walked into a municipal building and just started shooting. But as we learn more about the 12 people who were killed, the mothers, the fathers, the friends, the co-workers, a community in Virginia Beach is now coming together to honor them. Well, 4 others who were injured remain in the hospital. Police have yet to update us on their conditions here this morning. New this morning, take a look. This woman is behind bars, now facing charges in a deadly motorcycle crash in Clearwater. It happened yesterday afternoon. She apparently made a turn in front of a motorcycle at South Fort Harrison Avenue. The driver of the motorcycle, a 56-year-old, was killed. Investigators say that she showed signs of impairment. She failed field sobriety tests. She is now charged with DUI manslaughter. Happening today in Manatee County, a vigil to remember this little boy here, a 12-year-old Myakka City boy who died after police say he was tortured and starved by his own parents. Authorities had been investigating Eduardo Paso's parents since 2017 after he told his grandmother that his stepmother was hitting him. The vigil will be held at the Mayaca Family Worship Center at 5 o'clock this evening. All right, well, now that it is June, it is officially hurricane season. Obviously, you know preparation is key, whether you've lived here for years or you're brand new. But there's still plenty of easy ways to learn exactly what you need to prepare. So Brightside reporter Jenny Dean, she is live in St. Pete, where they're doing just that this morning. And an important thing, Jenny, to keep in mind if you plan to go to one of these shelters, right?
That's right, Josh. You know, I want everybody to think about it. If you have to evacuate to a shelter, they have this set up so you can see. You'll get 10 to between 11 and 3. Back to you.
Yeah, Jenny, not only good to know how we should prepare, but to see how the county's preparing as well. All right, Jenny Dean live in St. Petersburg. Thank you. 10 News is your hurricane headquarters. Hey, you want to find out how to put together your hurricane kit? Learn about your evacuation zone? We've got all of that and more posted right now to our 10 News YouTube page. Well, the love bugs might be gone, but now the even peskier pest, mosquitoes, are moving back in. Wouldn't it be nice if there was some easy fix to get rid of them? Well, these fish that you see here could just do the trick, or they could at least help. All you do is you put them into a pond or a body of water near your house, and the mosquito fish eat the larvae near the water's surface. Hillsborough County Mosquito Management Services is giving the fish away for free throughout this summer. They say the mosquitoes aren't bad yet, but just wait.
Our numbers that we're seeing in our traps are lowest they've been in a long time. That'll change when the rain starts. Anytime we can leverage Mother Nature to work with us to control mosquitoes, we're going to do that.
Sure, you don't have to use chemicals or anything. The next day that you can pick up the fish is June 15th. We've got a list of all the dates and locations for the rest of the summer. Just look for this story on our website, WTSP.com. Happening today, you can help a little girl and her fight against cancer. She is the tough toddler who, oh my goodness, captured our hearts when she got those tattoos to look like her dad. Remember this story? 3-year-old Trinity. She is battling neuroblastoma. It's a childhood cancer that commonly starts in the tissue of the adrenal glands. Well, today, Costumers with a Cause is hosting a fundraiser for her to help offset the rising medical costs that she is incurring during her treatments. It is at Dave & Buster's on Estuary Lakes Drive in Tampa. It runs today from noon until 3. She's so cute.
So adorable. Costumers. I love it.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of different superheroes and stuff there for pictures too, so look for that.
Oh, that's so neat. Well, meanwhile, the thought of someone getting into your home is a pretty scary one. That's exactly what happened to one man in Massachusetts, but the odd thing is that nothing was taken. So how did he know that someone was there?
I don't know about this.
He saw his house was cleaned, several rooms were tidied up, and a bag of trash was left on the back step. There were no signs of damage or that anyone had broken in, but there was one clue left behind.
It was really the roses that really got me thinking that some professional cleaner had accidentally stumbled into my house. I will say the bathrooms were very well done. My son's room has never looked better. It is now back to its original state.
I'm sorry, this just doesn't make sense. Nothing about this makes sense.
Oh, is this a cruise ship? You come back and you have
get little animals and
little
roses.
Animals waiting for you. He believes a professional cleaning crew went to his house by mistake. But my question is, how did they get in? How do you accidentally go to unless him and his neighbors have like the same key in the same place?
Producer Jacqueline says they left the back door unlocked by accident. That is a key.
That is too many like coincidences, though.
I don't know. I was saying, something has been off about this story the whole time I've been hearing it. But
I say I wouldn't I'd be freaked out. I absolutely would be terrified, but at the same time.
He's laughing at the end. He's got a clean house. Come on.
I'm kidding.
Worked out for him.
I'm surprised he's even saying anything. I'd be like, oh.
I'm so OCD. If anyone else tried to clean my house, I'd be like, that's not right.
Except if they're professional.
No, I'm sorry.
If it's my significant other, I'm like, hey, you did that wrong.
Now, we have a high level of expectation in our house.
I'm jealous.
Hey, if you need your puppy love fix but don't own a dog, how about taking a St. Pete shelter dog out on a little field trip?
Oh. Our scattered rain and even some storm chances pick up just a touch.
All right, hey, we got some time, so let's take a look at some of the things that are trending right now. We will start with this. J.K. Rowling says that she is going to release 4 new Harry Potter ebooks. They will be short stories themed around lessons learned at Hogwarts. They'll be available on her Pottermore website starting next month. All right, is this the right visual? Do we want to flip this over here? Okay, so let's flip this over. Okay. We're going to go to this. Listen. No?
So
Okay.
she picked out Elsa because it's kind of like jammies and looks comfy. Nora wanted a costume too. So she's a hot dog.
Was that not worth the wait?
Lucy,
Okay, so these 2 girls from Alabama, they were allowed to pick out their pajamas for the day. One wanted to be a princess. The other, as you saw, a hot dog. I mean, who hasn't been there, Natalie? Natalie says she always wants to be a hot dog. Oh my God, too cute. All right, that one's been going viral on Instagram. Let's move on here. A lot of you have been tuning in right here to WTSP every day to see James Holzhauer dominating Jeopardy. Well, after 32 games, he has already won more than $2 million, but he's not keeping it all for himself. As a matter of fact, he donated $10,000 to the nation's leading school dropout prevention organization. You can see if his streak continues tomorrow night, 7:30, right here on WTSP. From culture and entertainment to history and tradition, there's a lot of unique stuff always happening here in Tampa Bay. This is no exception. Have you ever had just one of those days where you wished you had a little dog to hang out with? All the time, Natalie says. But you don't, well, here's the thing though, if you want to do that but you don't actually have a dog to hang out with, there is actually a local animal shelter in St. Pete letting people get their puppy love fix while also helping their furry friends find a forever home.
We were thinking a lot.
.53, let's get one final check on what is making headlines here on your Sunday morning. Hundreds in Virginia Beach are coming together to remember the 12 people killed in a shooting Friday at a municipal building. The city will hold another tribute on Thursday. The gunman was killed in a shootout with police, but investigators have yet to pinpoint a motive. Today in Manatee County, a vigil to remember 12-year-old Eduardo Paso from Mayaca City. He died more than a week ago after police say he was tortured and starved by his own parents. That vigil is at the Mayaca Family Worship Center at 5 o'clock this evening. Well, today, also at 5 o'clock, Big Top Brewing Company is holding a fundraiser for the family of Roman Miller. The 9-year-old from Sarasota was killed when he was hit by a truck while riding his bike to school almost 2 weeks ago. And at Dave & Buster's in Tampa, a fundraiser starts at noon for a 3-year-old battling cancer. The money will help pay for little Trinity's medical costs during treatment. You'll remember her story went viral when she got tattoos to match her dad. Well, when the Jonas Brothers hit the music scene in 2005, they shot up the pop charts. But their success was short-lived and a bitter breakup followed. Now, time and a lot of healing have brought them back together. Here's Tracy Smith with a preview of what's ahead on CBS Sunday Morning. The Jonas Brothers back on top. Wow. Plus, D-Day, 75 years later, and comic actor and writer Mindy Kaling. Those stories and more this Sunday morning right here on CBS. That's coming up in about 5 minutes. In the meantime, Sunday Fun Day plans. Taking you outside, hopefully.
Getting you out the door. You're going to enjoy it. Just make sure you find a nice shady spot when you can. Keep cool also. We'll have highs aiming for those lower 90s along the coast, right around the upper 80s. Also along the coast, we could see a 10% chance for a spot shower this morning, but that moves inland very quickly by this afternoon. East of I-75, I'm calling it a 20% chance for any spotty activity. Otherwise, I mean, it will be another beautiful day. You saw some of those spotty showers on radar yesterday. Similar can happen today. And then look what happens towards the middle to the end of next week. A 30 to 40% chance for an isolated downpour here or there very quickly, but that's something we'll be monitoring over the next couple of days. Just anything that can help at least cool us down, Josh.
Oh my God! Yeah, like a pool, like a cold drink, maybe something. Anything I'll take. All the things.
Kidding.
Yeah, and dodge maybe some scattered rain showers too. All right, thanks for waking up with us. Have a great day.